Now, let's start. Q Start, 2021, 1. Page 4 Number 1. The Miami Marathon will take place on Sunday, September 8. 9-8. The race starts at 7 a.m. at Civic Square with runners traveling to Miami Beach via the MacArthur Causeway. Civic Square 7, MacArthur Causeway. We'd like to inform you that in order to allow the runners to safely run the route, we are scheduled to close some roads. All runners are expected to be completely off the course by 2 p.m. 2. Before then, however, most of the roads included in the route will be clear of cars, and the roads will gradually reopen once the runners pass through. If you need more detailed information for road closures, please visit our website at www.miamimarathon.com. www.miamimarathon.com. Thank you in advance for your understanding and cooperation, and we apologize for any inconvenience that this may cause you. Page 5 Number 3. The above graph shows the percentages of volunteers who volunteered 180 hours or more by age group and gender in Canada in 2013. 2013180. Across all the male and female age groups, less than 40% of volunteers volunteered 180 hours or more. 40180. In each age group, the percentage of male volunteers was higher than that of female volunteers except for the 65 to 74 age group. 6574. The 15 to 24 age group showed the lowest percentage in both male and female age groups. 1524. The percentage of males in the 65 to 74 age group was the same as that of males in the 75 years and over age group. 657475. The percentage gap between males and females was largest in the 55 to 64 age group and smallest in the 15 to 24 age group. 5564, 1524. Page 5 Number 4. Have you ever been to an event and had someone else's reaction make you feel totally out of place? At the beginning of the evening you felt spectacular, but one strange look or slight awkward laugh made you feel that you had committed a fashion sin. Who hasn't been in that position? One person, looking us up and down, makes us feel smaller for having what we have and dressing in what we wear. If this person is willing to judge others so harshly, though, imagine how often she judges herself. If you know who you are, such a person will not be able to tear you down by simply projecting her insecurity onto you. You will never feel the need to win the affection of such a person if you are content with what you have under your clothes and under your skin. Page 6 Number 5. Having worked with many clients over the years, I have been occasionally surprised to watch as one of them experienced an amazing aha of recognition and had an internal shift after watching a movie. These clients were able to identify with characters who had struggles similar to their own. But while they identified with the characters, it was also somehow easier to maintain their distance outside the experience. In other words, they maintained an observer perspective. In some cases, instead of identifying with a character, the client was highly critical of them. Either way, the same active principles seemed to apply, and combining the movie experience with psychological exploration during our sessions had powerful results. Page 6 Number 6. The more important a sporting event is, the more stressful we are likely to find it. It is probably true to say, for example, that most footballers would find themselves more anxious competing in the World Cup than in a friendly. However, we must remember that it is the importance of the event to the individual that counts. This does not necessarily depend on the status of the competition. For example, athletes who know they are being watched by talent scouts, or perhaps by their family for the first time, may feel particularly anxious. Marchant and his colleagues carried out an experiment in which event importance was artificially set up. Marchant. Pairs of golfers competed for either 3 new balls, low importance, or a new pair of golfing shoes, high importance. 3. As expected, those competing for the new shoes experienced more anxiety than those competing for golf balls. Page 7 number 7. One day, I lost my smartphone. At first, I found it hard to adjust to the loss. I kept reaching for it to check social media messages, emails, and texts. Not having my mini computer made me feel like I had lost a part of me. After a day or so, I started to adapt. If I left school, I made sure my office staff knew where I would be and gave them a phone number in case of an emergency. I couldn't check email messages regularly, yet I didn't fall behind in my correspondence. When I visited a classroom, I felt more attentive during the learning activities. There was no gadget to distract myself with when I found my attention waning. After almost a week, our school's social worker found my smartphone in our staff resource room. I was a bit hesitant to take it back. Page 7 number 8. In one experiment, a student was required to wear an embarrassing t-shirt, one sporting a large image of Barry Manilow, a popular singer but of low prestige among college students, before entering a room in which a group of their peers were assembled. Barry Manilow. The scientists noted in their paper that all participants nonetheless put on the shirt, although none looked particularly thrilled about doing so. The wearer of the t-shirt was later asked to estimate the number of fellow students in the crowded room who definitely discerned the face on the shirt, and this was compared with the actual number who had noticed. In fact, the students were so consumed with their own embarrassment over wearing the clothes that they were unable to accurately gauge how conspicuous it was to others. The t-shirt wearers overestimated how many others spotted the embarrassing shirt on average by a factor of 2. The end. Good job.